What is Ripple? How does it work? Is XRP, Ripple's cryptocurrency, a good investment? And what does this all have to do with the banking system? Welcome to our video today, where we'll be discussing Ripple and its cryptocurrency, XRP. We'll also be exploring how Ripple works and whether or not XRP is a good buy. But that's not all. We'll also be looking at how Ripple is impacting the banking system. So if you've ever been curious about Ripple and XRP, then stay tuned. We'll answer all your questions today. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of our new videos. So let's get straight into the video. Today's topic is Ripple and XRP, one of the leading cryptocurrencies around. Have you ever been in the situation where you needed to transfer money to someone else, but were told it could take a few days for the money to arrive? This is primarily due to the use of outdated systems that have been in use for the past 40 years, like SWIFT, MoneyGram, and Western Union. These systems are slow, costly, and offer only limited options. Furthermore, not all banks are connected to the same network, which means that when money needs to be moved from one account to another, it is often impossible to establish a direct line between two banks. More often than not, if Bank A wants to send money to Bank B, which it doesn't have a direct connection with, it has to go through other banks that are linked to one another via their networks, thus creating a path for the money. That's why international wire transfers are notoriously slow and costly due to the numerous banks involved in the process and the fees they charge. On top of that, when transferring money between countries, it is often necessary to convert the currency, which can further complicate the matter. For instance, sending money from Japan to Nicaragua requires changing yen into Cordobas, which is not a common service among Japanese banks because of the low demand. Despite this, both Japanese and Nicaraguan banks do offer dollar accounts. Therefore, the currency must be first changed to dollars, then to Cordobas. This additional step increases the cost of the transaction. Currently, when you need to send or exchange money through the banking system, you have to find some way to transfer it, which depends on the situation. RippleNet, however, uses the RTXP protocol to move funds around the world, similar to how the internet uses HAP to move information. In short, RippleNet is trying to make the banking system more efficient and reliable. Ripple Labs, the creators of RippleNet, have a vision of creating an internet of value, in which money can be moved as quickly as information. This way, sending money around the world would be fast and cost relatively little. The concept of Ripple was originally thought up by Ryan Fugger in 2004 and was called RipplePay. In 2012, Jed McCaleb and Chris Larson took over the project, renaming it OpenCoin and eventually Ripple Labs. In contrast to many other cryptocurrencies, Ripple Labs seeks to facilitate transactions not only for individuals, but also for banks and payment providers. This helps them reduce costs and speeds up settlement times. But how does it all work? Ripple is a payment settlement, resource trading, and settlement framework that is similar to SWIFT, which is used to transfer money and securities internationally. It is used by banks and financial brokers to send funds across different currencies. XRP is the pre-mined token that powers Ripple, with its ticker symbol being XRP. Ripple is both the name of the company, the network, and the digital currency token. XRP is designed to act as a bridge between two different types of money and networks. Similar to how a short-term loan functions, Ripple is a blockchain-based payment network and protocol that uses its own cryptocurrency, XRP. Ripple does not use blockchain mining to confirm transactions like Bitcoin. Instead, it relies on a network of servers owned by banks to reach a consensus. Ripple transactions require less energy than Bitcoin transactions, are verified almost instantly, and are relatively inexpensive. On the other hand, Bitcoin transactions consume more energy, take longer to be verified, and incur higher exchange fees. In terms of market capitalization, XRP is one of the most important blockchain-based tokens. Let's take a closer look at how Ripple works. Ripple is built on an open-source, distributed, and decentralized platform that enables smooth exchanges in any currency, including yen, euros, dollars, and cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Litecoin. Ripple is a network for sending money globally. It is utilized by large banks and government organizations. XRP is used to make quick currency conversions between different currencies. Did you know that Ripple works as a digital hub-and-spoke network? Well, to see how the framework works, think about a system for transferring money where the two people on one side or the other use their favorite agents to get the money. Ripple is basically a more advanced way to handle Hawala. Hawala is a casual way to send money, usually across borders, with almost no real money changing hands. Let's use an example to make it easier to understand. Jenny sends $100 to Mary, who lives in a different city. She gives her nearby agent, Catherine, the items that need to be sent, as well as a secret password that Mary must answer correctly in order to get the money. Catherine then informs Amy, who is working for Mary, about the details of the transaction, the assets that need to be returned, and the password. Once Mary provides the correct secret key, Amy will provide each of them with $100. The money comes from Amy's bank account, so Catherine then owes her $100. Amy can either record all of Catherine's debts in a diary, which Catherine will then pay off on the same day, or she can make counter transactions that would reduce Catherine's debt. For example, if Amy is also Peter's agent and Peter wants to send $100 to Ben, whose agent is Catherine, this would come out of the $100 owed to Amy, as Ben will be paid from Catherine's account. In order to understand how the Ripple network works, it is helpful to look at a simplified model. It is evident that for a transaction to occur, trust must exist between Jenny and Catherine, Catherine and Amy, and Mary and Amy. Ripple uses a gateway to connect two parties who need to trust each other to complete a transaction. Although the Ripple network is more complex than this model, it gives a basic idea of how it functions. A credit middleman is someone who facilitates the transfer of money to and from public places using the Ripple network. Any individual or business can register and create a gateway, granting them the authority to act as a mediator for exchanging monetary forms, monitoring liquidity, and transferring payments over the network. Now that we have a better understanding of Ripple, let's discuss its native digital currency, XRP. This currency does not distinguish between any fiat or digital money, making it easy to exchange one for another. XRP is a bridge currency, which can be used for a variety of monetary forms. Each currency has its own unique gateway, including Bitstamp, Snapway, and Cabluzel, among others. If Mary wants to receive Bitcoins as payment for the services that Jenny provided to her, Jenny does not need to own any Bitcoins. Mary can get Bitcoins through her gateway if she pays in Canadian dollars. It is not expected that one gateway will be responsible for the whole transaction. Rather, multiple gateways can be used to form a chain of trust between clients who have mutual obligations. When using a gateway, users are exposed to counterparty risk. This is a risk that is not present in the traditional financial system. If the gateway does not respect the risk it poses, the user may face the possibility of losing the value of any money stored at the gateway. To reduce this risk, users can choose to carry out their transactions through a trusted gateway that can manage the risk presented by the untrusted gateway. This way, the IOUs can be carried out through a trusted and financially sound verified gateway. Bitcoin does not involve counterparty risk, as it does not involve IOUs from one user to another. Now let's take a look at Ripple's network. Ripple does not use proof of work or proof of stake frameworks. Instead, it uses an agreement convention to approve account adjustments and transactions. This agreement tries to promote the framework's honesty by preventing double expenditure. For example, if a user initiates a transaction with various gateways to send 100, the first exchange will be saved and all the others will be canceled. Individually transmitted hubs decide which transactions to process first. And the verifications are very quick, only taking around 5 seconds. Ripple's network is considered to be decentralized, as there is no central authority that decides which hubs can be used in a company's transactions. Ripple stores records of all IOUs issued in a specific currency for any user or gateway. By accessing the Ripple ledger, you can view all IO credits and transactions between Ripple wallets. Even though the blockchain allows for freely accessible information regarding money transfers, the data remains unassociated with any individual or business identity or account. But the blockchain makes it very easy to identify who owns certain data. Ripple, as a platform, solves some of the issues associated with traditional banking. Transactions on the Ripple network are processed within seconds. In contrast to the days or even weeks it can take for banks to complete a wire transfer. Additionally, Ripple charges a very low fee, with the base exchange cost for a transaction being only 1 XRP, which is a fraction of what banks charge for cross-border payments. Ripple has the potential to revolutionize the antiquated and inadequate system for sending money internationally. It has already established relationships with banks, which bodes well for its future. If Ripple's legal status were to be altered at any point, this could have a positive effect on its price. Cryptocurrencies can be difficult to evaluate. XRP is in a much more convoluted position. If you believe that Ripple will continue to expand, investing a small amount of money into XRP could be a wise decision compared to the stock market. Investing in Ripple is more of a risk, however, it could potentially reward you substantially if the cryptocurrency sees success. So what do you think about Ripple? Is it an efficient cryptocurrency? Give us your opinion in comment section. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more videos from our channel, subscribe and make sure to turn on the bell icon.